All right. Well, since the last interview, right, Money Man has passed away. R.I.P. Right? Joe's brother. What was your relationship coming up with him?
I liked Money Man from the get-go. You know, I seen it. I visited a crack spot that he had in Willis back in the day in the Bronx. He had a whole building that was serving through the hole in the wall in the building through outside. He had a line out there. So he had spots. He was the real drug dealer. He was the real dude that put Joe on as far as his money, his power, his influence in the streets, being part of that life. Joe was mostly the ghost in that, you know what I'm saying, taking credit for a lot. It's only right. It's his brother, his family, you know, and he got his street rep for that a lot. But yeah, Money Man had shit locked down in the drug game back in the days. He was dealing with my uncle, the one I call my Uncle B. So, you know what I'm saying, that was how that relationship went down. My Uncle B had shit locked down like that 10 times. In Lower East Side, Cherry Street. That's where the Full Eclipse story started. You know what I'm saying? That we went over there in the U-Haul and we performed it in front of that. And then that became the unifying point where we was introduced to Joe through that whole game. So that's why our shit is that real. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealers really putting things together. And Joe was the artist. He just got to deal with the relativity. He had Flo Joe out and all that. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was balling a little bit because his brother's help. Money Man was really getting that money in the street. And yeah, that's his brother. Yeah, they had a real relationship. I knew Money Man. I hung out with him, played softball with him, hung out regular thing. He was a outgoing dude, happy dude. Like he was he was humble. He was more humble than Joe. He was likable. He was a gasser, a liar, and all that, but he made it fun. You know, he tells a story. You know, he had.
What do you mean that he was a gasser and a liar?
Well, yeah, he lies too. You know, they're criminal elements. So it's like he knows how to gas you if he needs to gas you. But it was done in an innocent way where it's like exaggeration, but outgoing, with likable. You know what I'm saying? Joe is more of a worse liar because you could be there and you can see how Joe, you know, puts things together for his own sake. Money Man will tell a story and he'll involve everybody. And, you know, it's nothing we're narcissistic about him. He was humble. He was down to earth. That's what I'm saying. And he was a dude that was really had that bread like that. So I always gave him that credit. You know, I remember I seen after the whole me and Joe situation, the split up and the beef after I got cut, I seen Money Man in the club. I think it was Club New York. I think it was the same place where Shine shot shit up.
Oh shit!
I think it was that club, but it was nevertheless it was a club, and me and Joe already going at it, and I seen him there, and he was with Three Finger. I forgot his name, 3 Finger Mike or Charlie or somebody that just came out of jail. He was doing security that day. And I was coming out the door, like inside the club, it was a door that leads you to the exit. It's not really out the exit, but it's leading you to the passage of the exit. And I was coming out and he was coming in. He opened the door, like just happening. And he was with the 3 Finger, I forgot his name, man. 3 Finger something. You know, it's a Spanish brother. He just came out of jail. He was working there. But we was all there. So I'm coming out, and Money Man's coming in. And Money Man saw my face. He said, yo, Cuban. And he got so stirred up and so shocked by him seeing me. Because I haven't seen Money Man after. Me and him was cool. Mm-hmm. But that's his brother. I got beef with his brother. Of course you're going to act a certain way. But that day showed me this fear he had, which I didn't have I'm going to see this dude and I'm going to give it to him. I'm like flip on him. I always treated people like, yo, me and Joe beef is our beef. Regardless, he's your brother. But I got a problem with you. I got a problem with that nigga. So I never took anything personal with the rest of the squad until they showed me, you know what I'm saying? You know, since that situation that I seen him act that way, like shocked and try to tell him, yo, it's Cuban. That scaredness and that fear, I knew that they were being pumped a certain narrative when they was in that circle. So it made me go, damn, I know you're scared. I know you should be scared, but you really shouldn't if you really know me, because I would never approach you or try to set you up, punch you in the face. Just because you got a friendship or even an allegiance to this guy. as far as family. I understand that. I'm open-minded to that. So he must have thought that, wherever I'm at, I guess you got to give it to me or flip on me. And that was it, what I'm saying, behind the scenes. So he really like jumped back and said, "Oh, Cuban, I don't care. I don't care. We're going to fight." Now he made it seem like Khaled. Remember I told you I approached Khaled?
Right.
Like, "No, Q, the Don, the Don." And he started yelling for like attention and for people to help him. That's what Money Man did that day. And I was just like, "My nigga," me and Gilly was there. Gilly can tell you that. I don't know if he can tell you that, but yeah, we saw that and we was like, "Yo, why he was acting? Look, you see that nigga? He was scared to death." Like, afterwards, I was like, "What? Why do you want to do that to Money Man?" Me and Gilly know Money Man. Money Man is from the street, like, you know what I'm saying? I seen him in other places, and he never reacted like that. So, that day he showed me the hate, uh, the fake love, the setting apart, the actual message or the orders he was under, because he was caught by himself really, and he acted that way. So that means you already know when you think about that, it's like, oh, he was programmed to think that about me, to understand that I should give it to you. Like I have every motive to set you up, to do you dirty wherever I see you. So I know he took that fear, and that fear was in him that day. But Money Man never did nothing personal to me that was foul like Joe did. I never did no extra stuff. I actually, I respect him from his history. He became a dope fiend later on in life. Drug
That was
user.
going to be my next question, because I hear Joe all the time in interviews saying, "Oh, I have a brother I haven't spoken to in 13 years or something like that, or so and so amount of years because they're a drug addict." I didn't know if that was Money Man or not.
Well, he's the only one that really had it. Remember, he was a drug dealer, one of the biggest in the Bronx. I
Right.
give him credit for that, because I actually visited one of his spots. I remember the lines behind, cheese lines behind, where he had things locked down, and he was on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen also him being a user, and being that karma came around. He became an actual slave to the drug that he was selling and pumping out to the street. So that's karma in itself. But for Joe to have the nerve, not even the nerve, but you could see his character when he died. I seen a post that he put up. "You was my idol. You was the reason I did this. You was that." Give him so much love. But yet in other interviews, he puts him down. He comments on his, he makes fun of him. In other words, he puts him through the whole worst. Like, I got brothers that are drug addicts, and it's a disease. Instead of just saying it's a disease and he's trying to help him, he like kicks in. To me, those conversations are like kicking a brother down, putting him out there as far as like he can't be trusted because he's a drug dealer. He does this. Like, he's complaining about these guys. I remember him complaining about the Terror Squad crew when planning him, but doing their thing, and we helping him in the background. But yet he tells the world in magazines that we're lazy, that we're this. So I see him doing the same thing over and over. He does that to his own family. And they're really despicable, despicable. Just like it's despicable as when Charlie Rock died, he says, God doesn't like ugly. So
I've seen him in interviews say that, like, I haven't spoken to them in X amount of years, but they would be the first ones to show up if I died, and they'd be asking for my money and everything like that.
Yeah. Once again, man, like I said, man, I think we're old enough to know that we got to appreciate the person that are here living before they die, because we're in that age.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of our peers, our friends, our family die, especially him. We saw a lot of people that was close to him die. You got Percy that just passed away that year. You got his brother. Then you got Raul. Then you got Full Flex, which was his right-hand man. So he's seen enough. So it's almost like these comments that I'm hearing after they pass away, and the way that he treats them in a public manner when he talks about them is so hypocritical with each other, and so much like, to me, when he writes stuff like that after people pass away that's in a circle, it's like a relief that he got these people out of his life. That's how I take it, because I know the mentality of, he's the type to pay for your funeral too and look like the one that really cares. When in real life, he wasn't caring about him like that. You didn't take your brother. You didn't and try to help your brother to the next step. You didn't try to help Charlie Rock to really kick the habit. You had him in a world where, you know what I'm saying, them drugs right there could tempt him to go back into the wrong place. You had your brother in places where, you know, you didn't give him that love that you needed as a brother to change his life if you really loved him. So I see it like that.